rebuilding. A catastrophic failure, a new start. Physically, mentally, our careers, our businesses. Step back, first step, next step. The driver in me just wants to get it done tomorrow. We'll do this, do that, let's move this, where are we at with this? You build some confidence, build some self-esteem, start to feel better about yourself. The Silverback Blueprint Podcast, a show for men over 40. We focus on getting stronger, staying motivated, building discipline, creating a community, and becoming truly happy. Hey guys, and welcome to episode 105 of the Silverback Blueprint Podcast. Develop a thick skin. You know, nothing you're going to do that's worthwhile is going to escape criticism. Criticism from ourselves, I think that's the one that's the most important one, the one that we have to really fight to control against, that negativity that'll creep in whenever we're unsure or we're tired or we're hungry or we're lonely, right? Or angry. Those four states, HALT. I got that from Bedros Keuilian. He just was talking about that the other day, and he says he uses that acronym, HALT: hungry, angry, lonely, or tired. A lot of times when we find ourselves suffering from one of those states, it's going to put us into a state of anxiety, a state of low self-esteem. It's going to drain us. So we need to recognize that. So what's important is that we make sure that we develop a thick skin, because as we start to get things done, as we start to move forward, our personal growth, our business growth, our careers, our family, when we start to do things that other people wish they could do, you're going to be open to criticism. You're going to have the keyboard warriors. You put a post up and you're always going to, every once in a while, you're going to have people to say shitty stuff. I know I put videos up on our YouTube page, Kurt Haas, of me working out. I haven't done it in a while, not because, of any other reason other than I just been busy with some other stuff. But I know there's two guys out there, or girls or whatever, that every time I put a video of me working out, they always give me a thumbs down. I don't know who they are, right? But I know it's the same two people because it's consistent, right? So at the end of the day, I got 5 or 6 thumbs up. Focus on those things, right? But at the end of the day, you're going to get that as you're getting stuff done. You're going to get a shitty review online sometimes because, someone didn't like, what you did or what you said, how it affected them and stuff like that. I've had people say, hey, listen, if you don't do this for me, I'm going to post it up on a review and basically, trying to create, a social media blackmail. And it sucks and it's annoying because we care about what, people think of us overall, that kind of thing. But we need to build a thick skin. We need to focus on why we're doing what we're doing. We need to look at the big picture. Because that's what's going to strengthen us. That's what's going to brace us. That's what's going to prop us up against some of those things that are going to happen to us. Because there's people, we've talked about it before, there's people out there that do not want you to be successful. There's people out there that do not want you to be happy. And a lot of times they're in your close, immediate circles. And a lot of times they're complete strangers. Right? We talked about it before, is that if you start to succeed and move forward, people around you don't like it because they feel like they should be doing better, or they realize they could be doing better. But rather than accept that and take that on and use that as a self-aware thing and do better, they'd rather work some mental gymnastics and turn around and say how lucky you are, right? Or you screwed people to get there, or you did this, or you did that, or point out a mistake you made years ago, right? I get it. Every once in a while I get someone who's like, will put a post that's really cool, get a lot of good positive feedback, and there's always a douchebag, oh, you spelled this word wrong. Well, you know what? That's not the point of that message. My Facebook and my brand isn't about correct spelling. It just isn't. So if I spell the odd word incorrectly, that's okay. I'm all right with it because I probably said it wrong to begin with anyway. I'm not that smart. But they try to detract. They try to be a smart ass. They try to take the light off of what's happening and redirect it onto something else. You need to develop a thick skin. You got to focus on the great things that are happening, the great things that you're accomplishing, the great things that you're becoming part of. Be happy for people that are happy. Be happy for people that are succeeding in what they want to do. You want to surround yourself in that positivity, and you want to use that positivity as fuel to build your armor, to build your thick skin. Because the more that you accomplish, the more shit you're going to go through as you do it. Because the bigger the stakes, the bigger the game, the more hurdles you're going to have to deal with. That's just the way it is. And that's why a lot of people don't go far, because they're not willing to put up with that. So if you want to play at a higher level, figuratively, or, really in your sport or whatever you're into, you're going to have to deal with other hurdles that you don't run into at a lower level. Same in life, same in business, same in careers. If you want to move up, you got to deal with people you don't like to deal with. Right? Because there's people out there that don't want to see you succeed. They don't want you to be happy because it's a reflection on their unhappiness, which is too bad because that's not how we intend it, but that's how they see it. You have to develop that thick skin. What we need to do is be able to wade through that shit to get to the other side. And there's always going to be shit, guys. There's always going to be stuff. And like I said, if you're going to go through crap just operating at a lower level, why not go through crap operating at a higher level, right? Why not? Why not have something bigger at the end of it? If you're going to suffer a little bit, suffer for a reason. Go through it. Get to the other side. That sense of accomplishment is huge. It creates more momentum. But it doesn't happen without you having to develop a thick skin. And I have to remind myself of that all the time, right? Because we take things personal, because it's important to us. We want to do well. We want to achieve, and especially once we get to that point where we realize that it is up to us how well we do, right? And once we realize that we're putting that work in and we start to invest that time and energy and it means more to us, well, it's also at a point sometimes where it feels more fragile. So you need to develop that thick skin. At the end of the day, anything worthwhile doesn't come without suffering, doesn't come without hard work, doesn't come without sweat, right? And if it's not worth that, then it's not worth anything. That to me is part of that. You hear all the time, it's the journey, not just the destination. The destination is super important, but it's that journey, how you got there, what you went through to get there. Because on the other side, you're going to be at another level. And you're going to be able to look at things at that point that you couldn't see until you got there. What got you here isn't going to get you there. So from point A to point B on that, there's going to be work. And there's going to be slings and arrows. And like I said, sometimes they come from inside us, our doubts, right? Negativity will creep in if we let it. So we need to be sure. We need to be confident. We need to enforce ourselves, reinforce ourselves, our thoughts, our scripts, our positivity. We need to fight hard for that. You need to get a thick skin, right? And when you find yourself facing, a bunch of shit to go through, put your boots on and fucking smile and go through it. That is the magic. Swim where others drown. That's what you have to do, right? It's that simple, right? Do what it takes to get to the other side. Do what others won't do. Sometimes it's as simple as just consistently showing up. Be consistent, focused, so that when an opportunity arises, you're ready for it. Others will call it luck. I call it you were ready for it. You put yourself in that position. Right? We hear it in sports all the time. You want to catch a great pass, put yourself in a position to do it. If you don't put yourself in that position, you never had a chance. It's the same with life, business, whatever. Right? Create fundamentals, build a thick skin, brace yourself for the punches, right? And get through to the other side. That's all I have to say on that for now, guys. Head on over to iTunes or at the bottom of this episode. Leave us a 5-star rating. Give us a positive review. Head on over to hostilegear.com. Use the code Silverback and save 20% off. Something cool for yourself. You deserve it. I'll talk to you guys later.